Hello you guys, hey, it's Melissa Miller here in King City, Missouri, and I am hopping on to show you a craft. I think I need to flip my camera. Hang on a second. There we go. Now I'm not backwards maybe to you guys, so I just wanted to check. And I'm just coming live on my page to do something I said I was going to do on here. I am a brand ambassador for Essential Stencil, and you guys see me, a lot of you see me over there, but a lot of times whenever I'm prepping a project for stenciling, I don't get to show all of that part. So hello, thank you guys for joining me. I appreciate you hopping back on. I'm trying to do a few more lives here on our page, and I just think it's kind of important sometimes to show you guys the prep work or the background before the actual project happens over on the stencil page sometimes. So I had a lot of you ask me about this, and I've seen comments about this project itself, and you know, the round door hangers are something very popular. I did a live on Essential Stencil. I don't even remember when it was. It's been a while because I gave the round, I actually gave it to my mom, and I gave it to her, I think, this last fall. So it's been a while. Thank you guys for joining me. I'm gonna make sure I've got my phone silented so it doesn't ring through. But anyway, I just wanted to come on here and thank you. Hi, Sue. Hi, Kim. Lots of you joining me today, this afternoon. I'm going to show you just the not so fun part, but this is the part that some of you might really want to know how to do or watch, and just the process of creating a round door hanger out of a pizza pan. So I got this guy at our Dollar General, our local Dollar General. It is a bigger pan. I'm gonna look to see how big it is. Hang on a second, I'll tell you. So this is a 16-inch round pizza pan. And I left a sticker on it just so you could even see that, you know, I just got it at the Dollar General. So hi Donna, hey Jamie, thanks for hopping on. So I'm going to show you guys how I paint this and how you can make it look like a chippy old piece of metal from here. So I did it on another live, and but I didn't show all of this part where I painted it. I don't remember showing that. So I'm gonna show it again. Even if I showed a little bit of it, I wouldn't have showed the whole thing because I wasn't sure how it was gonna turn out. But it turned out really cool, and it was very easy. And yes, I've been to Dollar General, Matt McDonald. Imagine that. I feel like I live at our local Dollar General. That's the truth. So this is what I'm making. Oh yeah, Rebecca, I can show you that sometime. We use rebar ties, and I typically, I don't have any here with me. They're all up at my other shop. I do know that. But I typically take a staple gun and I staple them into the back of my signs on our wood is usually what I do. So if that helps, I don't know if that'll help or not, but that is usually, I take a staple gun and I attach in the little bendy parts on the round. I call them little pigtails. But anyway, you guys, I'm gonna just go ahead and pull this off of here so you can see what I'm doing. Hi, Christina. So this is a jumbo pizza pan from our local Dollar General. There's my friend Melissa Beck. Thank you, Donna. And so I'm even gonna take the hot glue off of here. They've glued, or whatever that sticky glue is that holds those signs on. This one is pretty dusty. And I'm just gonna throw this away. Not gonna need that. And we're gonna get started so I can show you guys this process. I do have a hairdryer that is going to speed it up. Melissa, thank you. It is, my mom made it, and if by chance, I don't know if my mom is on here. Am I backwards to you guys? Oh, I'm sorry. Let me switch this. I thought I had it. Now am I not backwards to you? Tell me if that's right. I'm so sorry. I flip my camera around so many times. Oh, wait, I have the barbecue. Yes, Tom, you have to come to King City and get it. I'll just tell you that. Hey, Deb. Who said something about my headband? Melissa Beck. There's a rumor, maybe, possibly, that my mom might have some of her headbands at our slab sale on Saturday. So she has made these, and she's making some single ones that are skinnier, and then she's made these gorgeous wraps that she has crocheted. They are beautiful. So she's made some sets. She's not on here, so I can talk about her. She will be on, I'm sure. But anyway, I told her she should come and, or at least let me bring them and try to sell them for her at our slab sale. But what is hard is that I don't know if I can sell them. I love them. And she did make a camouflage one that you guys know I absolutely love. But I asked her, she made a set with a scarf, and I told her to try to sell it and make me another just the head thing. So anyway, this is a great big fat headband, and she put these yellow buttons on it for the Chiefs colors. So I know. Deb, you want one of those headbands? Maybe I can convince my mom. She has a really hard time with her hands. She, in the last 10 years, she would have been able to crochet and sell for a lot of people. But she has crocheted rugs. She's done a lot of things with her hands, and it's just really hard for her to make anything in any kind of quantity anymore. So I don't know about the headbands, but she does know that you guys love her stuff. So there's that. Okay, so we are gonna turn this little guy, pizza pan, into a door hanger of some sort. So I love the one that I made for my mom, and it turned out really cute. I was actually trying to remember how I made it. So I'm just gonna start with the basics with you guys here today, and I'm gonna show you step one and how to paint this and how to make it look distressed and chippy. And then from there, I could either stencil on it, or I could stencil on this, which I think I did for my mom. It's just some teal burlap, and I actually did that across hers as a banner, and there's a reason I did that. I did it just so I could also change it out if I wanted to. I got this from Dollar General. So this is a 16-inch big pizza pan. You can get any size you want, but it's just a pizza pan. Nothing, I don't know, just a normal pizza pan. And I'm gonna show you how to paint it so it can look chippy and metal-like. So it'll look like a chippy metal farmhouse pan whenever we get done with it. And I'm thinking you could probably do this on some other things. So we'll just see. We're gonna play around with this, and I'm gonna tilt my camera down so that you guys can see what I'm doing here. Hi, Wendy. So I'll be able to kind of see your comments, but I really want you to see what I'm doing here and how I'm gonna do it. My word of the year seems to be messily. And I am going to use a sample brush from Essential Stencil, don't tell them, but I really like this brush for slapping paint on all over. So I'm going to just start with some white paint, shake it up really good. Hi, Judy. Hello, you guys. This is just a good workaround if you don't have access to wood and you're wanting to make one of those cute door hangers. And some of you have asked about painting it, and you can just see I'm going to do this very messy like. I just straight up squirted my paint on there. And I'm just gonna start slapping this on. You guys, no rhyme or reason, I'm just smearing it around, and I'm gonna go ahead and do my edges. You can come back and do those anytime and go around them if you want to on the outer edge too. But right now my main concern is just getting a layer of paint on this guy so that I have something my paint will stick to. And I probably have way too much paint on here, but that's okay. And it's just acrylic paint. I haven't done anything special to it. Thank you for sharing this. I see you said that you sprinkled it. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I appreciate you guys hopping back on here with me. I told you I was gonna do this, and I'm gonna have paint all over my fingers. This I also know, but I'm just gonna go around these edges, and I'm gonna try to get the edges. I can always turn this over and get the back side if I want to. I'm even dripping paint, boy. So I don't really care what the back side looks like right now. I can fix that anytime I want to. But you can see here, I'm just getting these edges, and then I'm going to just spread this out a little bit more where there's some little, what's it called? Some little puddles of paint. Linda, thank you. Thank you so much. Thanks for being on with me again, you guys. I think it's kind of important sometimes to show you just how this part of it goes, because sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But I do know that this works, so I can show you this. And you can repeat this yourselves. So I'm gonna just blow dry this with my hair dryer. I brought a pink blow dryer in from the house that I found. I forgot we had. So I'm just gonna hit it with a blow dryer, and it speeds the process up. I'm just trying to get a layer of paint on here right now. Loaded in yet, but we will be open. Okay, so yes, you can come, Kathleen. We just don't always load in our new inventory until the night before. Jake Carlson, your wife still has a Christmas wreath up. There you go. Do it, Jake. So I'm just putting more paint on here, and sometimes it takes a little bit of layering. So this is why I don't get to show you guys all of this on my lives sometimes over on the stencil page, because I don't have enough time. So, but this gives you guys a really fun way to make a door hanger out of a pizza round, and it's gonna look even better than it looks just white. So just bear with me, because it does take some time, but I'm going to show you what I do to it. Trying to actually, before I came live, I was actually trying to remember how I did it, to be honest, but I remember, so we'll do just fine. So then I'm going to throw a little bit more warm air on it. And the hairdryer definitely speeds up the process, just so you guys know. What kind of slabs will we have on Saturday? So Saturday, we are only open one Saturday a month, so we always say that that's our slab sale Saturday. And we have live edge wood pieces. We have 2 tables that will be our $5 bin, and we load new inventory onto that Friday evening. And other than that, we have everything in our shop. We have sizes that range for mantle pieces to shelving pieces to table pieces that you could do all kinds of really cool things with. Make a bar, coffee table, and those are all individually priced. It does cover really good. I did take it off, Carol. I'll tell you about that in just a minute. Hi, Lucy. Thanks for joining, you guys. Thanks for hopping on with me. Thanks for sharing, too. I appreciate it. Hi, Karen from Dallas, Texas. Good afternoon, Diana. Okay, I'm gonna do, I think, one more coat of this, and you can just see, it just takes some time. I am using just this wide, flatter brush, and I'm just kind of gonna put on this, maybe, hopefully, the last coat, but I'm just kind of swirling my brush around, trying to get an even coating of white on here. Mine doesn't have to be perfect for me. You can do as many coats as you want to. I think I'm getting some little pieces of paint that's kind of hardened. And I think it might be because it's so cold here. I don't quite know, or it's just stuck in my brush. I don't really know. But there's some little chunks of paint here and there that I'm noticing. And I've got paint all over my hands. I did take off my red, my red polish, and I'll tell you why. Because it actually wasn't nail polish. It was acrylic paint that I had thrown on my hands. Literally, like, this is a tip for any of you who do live video content. We've been working on some big projects up at the shop, and using some finishes and different things. We've been working on some countertops, and my nails are like destroyed. So this morning I was getting ready to go live, and I noticed how awful my nails looked. And I thought, I've done it before. I've thrown on some acrylic paint on my nails before. And I'll tell you, the last time I did it, I had no idea what would happen. I just did it to try it. And I did paint my nails with acrylic paint. And I wanted to see how long it would last. Hi, Cindy. But what I loved about the last time I did it was that it dried in like no time flat. Like, there was no waiting for nail polish to dry, really. It was dry, and it was very durable in like no time flat. So this morning, whenever I was getting ready for my live, I decided, I was washing my hands, and I was here at the shop, and I was looking at my nails, and I thought, ooh, I've got to do something. So I threw some nail polish or some acrylic paint on my fingernails. Deb, I'm telling you guys, I've done it before, but I did it this morning, and I tried something even different this morning because I'll show you in just a second whenever I get this painted. I painted them with a red, and then I took and I went over them with a gloss, because anytime that you do, my brush is getting really chunky. I've got too much paint in it. Anytime that you do your nails with acrylic paint, it dries very, very matte. So I was trying to get it to not dry matte, and I ended up going over it with a what's it called? I'll show you in just a second. A glossy, like a gloss paint. Oh, well, after I got done with my live, they were destroyed because I don't think that the gloss paint is really something that I should be using on my nails and expect it to hold up. So you guys, I'll just tell you, like, if I'm live and my nails are painted, 9 times out of 10, it's probably acrylic craft paint that I just threw on. Not always. I actually found like some of those color street nails, or those they stick on and then you file them off. And I have found I was using those, but my nails have just recently broken off a lot. And we've been doing a lot of stuff with the wood and different things. And so it's just really hard. It's really hard. So I'm just using white acrylic paint on this pizza pan. This is what I have right here. And I've got it all over my hands because this is messy. But this is what I'm doing. So I'm gonna hit this with a blow dryer. This is what I went over my acrylic nails with. And it was a high gloss. It was supposed to look like patent leather. A top coat over it the first time I did it, and it did last a little longer. Sawmill is hard on our nails. Okay, so I'm gonna stick this off to the side. I'm gonna put it in a damp paper towel because I've got a lot of paint on that. And I'm gonna actually just kind of spritz my hands a little bit with some awesome spray, so I'm not just getting white paint all over everything. Okay. So, I don't want to get white paint all over everything else I'm gonna do, but I've got paint all over my hands. Okay, so you guys, I've got this pretty well coated. And it's a little bit streaky here and there. I can fix these edges, and I can probably will paint the entire back after this part, after I get done with it. So then if I want to, I'll have a nice pretty back on it too, or I could even reuse the back for another sign, right? So I'm gonna just let this cure out really well. Something else that you can do, if you want to add some extra enforcement, after you get done, you can Mod Podge this, which is what I'm going to do because I'm going to hang this one outside on our door, one of our doors. So I will Mod Podge it, but the next step to getting this look is to get a little bit of black paint. And I'm not going to use much. So I'm just going to put out a little bit of black paint and I'm going to show you what you can do. You won't need much, just black acrylic paint. And I'm going to grab, I've got these really skinny brushes. They're Mod Podge brushes is the brand. And they are just really fine tipped. And I like those. So I'm going to just grab, I like that they're all just kind of fine tipped. I'm just going to grab one that I think I want to use. I'm not quite sure. I just kind of have to look at them a little bit. Doesn't really matter for this. I'm just using one that I can kind of control like a pencil. And one that's kind of smaller. I'm going to grab this guy right here. It's a really skinny point one. Okay? So I'm going to just take and get a little bit of black on here. And I'm going to hold this up so you guys can hopefully see what I'm doing. And I'm just going to start just brushing little lines like this. Can you see that? And I'm just going to kind of go around the edges of this pan. See what I'm doing? And I'm just using my little brush, and you can fan your brush out and make it drag a little bit if you want to. And you're just gonna randomly go around your pan. You can make short ones. You can put them close together. Can make them look a little bit fatter, so it looks like it is more chipped off in places. See what I'm doing? And yes, Dad, that's a good tip, because you can just take your finger after you even put it on there. I'll show you with this one. You can take your finger and you can just smear it on there like that. That is a good look too. So if you want to soften that, you just kind of smear it with your finger and just pull it off. And you can kind of mix it up in places. And we're just distressing the outer part of it. See how we're doing that? And if there's something that you don't like that you've done and you want to just switch it up even more, see that? You can just paint back over it if you think you get too heavy in one spot or you don't like it, or you want to change it up to be, you know, even more distressed looking. You can add more of those marks in together and like use your finger. Sometimes I just kind of go around it and then I come back and I decide where I want what. So I might just add some little ones here like this and just kind of do my finger on one of them and not the other. I'll just mix it up. Make some longer marks that kind of go all the way around the pan a little bit more. And just have fun with it. Kind of up in this crease is where I like to stay, and on the outer edge of it. And I'm just gonna do a little bit of both, where I do some without my finger and do some with my finger. And then I might come back in here, make some little, like a little one right there so that there's like 3 and smudge that with my finger. See what I just did right there? I've got some right here that I didn't, and then I come back in here and dropped one where I did. I smudged it with my finger. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm working backwards here for me. So like that one, I'm not gonna probably smudge. I'm just gonna leave it kind of heavy. But I might drop one in here that I smudged a little bit. And like I said, you can make them shorter. You can do 2 or 3 of them together so that they're not all the same. You see that? Here we go. So I'm just going like this, and I'm just dropping a little bit of paint in here. And you can either take your finger and just kind of smudge it, right? See how I did that? Can you guys see it? I'm trying to see if you can see where I am. And you can do as few as you want or as many as you want. It just depends on the look that you're going for and what you want it to look like. But you can see here, like I really smudged that one. So this one was a 16-inch one. And I'm just distressing it so it kind of looks chippy. And I might have just too many marks in there, but I'm gonna keep going a little bit around mine like this so that it looks a little bit more aged and old. So I'm gonna just keep dropping in some little spots like this. And I'm just taking my brush and I'm making just some little stroke marks like that where they're feathery. And then I'm just kind of taking my finger and I'm smudging them. See that? Hi, Mary. And I might just do a little fat one right there, and then I'll smudge it. And then I can come over here and I'm just doing some little stroke marks like this. And then I'm just gonna take my finger and smudge them. So you can do it as much as you want to, or as little as you want to. If you want it to look not so chippy and old, you don't have to go, you know, there's no rhyme or reason to it. And the more random, probably the better. See that? I'm just going around those edges. And all I have is my little black paintbrush and my finger, you guys. So if you've got paint and you think that you can't get this look without sanding or anything like that, you sure can. So it's kind of like finger painting, to be honest. I'm just taking my middle finger and I'm just smudging it. And see, I might just do this like and blend that together. So then those look like that. And we'll do another one there. Just kind of following it around. And like I said, you guys, you don't have to do it like I do it, but it is an easy way to get one of those cute door hangers and a pizza pan. Make a pizza pan look kind of, you know, cute. And it's cheap. I think my pizza pan was $5, maybe. There, I just did some short ones. So just mix them up, and the more as you go around, like I say, if you want to just do it around the very edges, you sure can. But you can mix up some hard lines, and you can mix up some of your softened lines with your finger. It's totally up to you and how you want to do it. I'm just kind of aging it to look like it's older and chippy is kind of what I was going for. Right? And you can do, like I said, just the edges if you would like to. This one's turning into being one that I'm going to go, it looks like farther in. So I'm just going to do some bigger things here so that it looks older as it goes in. It looks like it's more scratched up. And I'm just going to use my finger and do it like that. And that way I can show you guys also that as you do it, you don't have to be perfect about it because you're aging it to look distressed. See there? So I could almost kind of create a center if I want to for it. And that might be a little bit too much distressing on it so that it doesn't quite look like enamelware. The less you do, it'll probably look a little bit more realistic. I'm just showing you guys because I just started doing it and I just went a little crazy on it. But it's pretty cute. It's definitely a different look than just a pizza pan. So what I can do now, after I get this all kind of done, I can add Mod Podge to it because I'm gonna put mine maybe outside on an outer door that won't have much protection. So I would like to add a layer of Mod Podge to it. See, I'm gonna make that really chunky right there. So it just looks more old. And I'll do one right here. And I'm just doing little layers of the black. See it? And here I'll just do the same thing. I'm just gonna kind of put my black in some rows like this. Take my finger and then wipe it. And I'll do some over here. And I'm just making it, just smearing my paint on kind of like that. And then I just go like this. I've never painted an old one, so I can't speak to that, but I don't know why you couldn't do the same thing with an old pizza pan, for real. So I would think you could do it just fine. There, I had a lot of paint on my finger. And see there, I just kind of wiped it off on there. And like I said, you don't have to do the whole plate or the whole pan. You can totally just do the edges and just leave those edges. I'm pretty sure that's how I did my mom's. I just did the edges very lightly in the black and I kind of left it. This one I went a little crazy on. But you can stop wherever you like. So it just depends on the look you're going for and what you're doing with it and how you want it to look. Some of these I'm just gonna end up running together like that right there. It definitely gives it a different look going all the way in. But it's the same technique, same concept, but you'll just have to play around with it, you guys. And I would encourage you to do that. You guys like it? It's different. Hard to believe it's a pizza pan. Doesn't look like a pizza pan anymore, does it? Like I said, you guys can distress to your heart's desire, however you choose. And you can do little short strokes like this. And I'm just doing the same motion with my fingers. So if I want to leave it like that, I can. Right? So I can leave it like that if I want to. I'm gonna go ahead and paint the back since you guys are on here with me, because I've got this messy paint. So in case you missed it, this is what I did to my pizza pan. I just took my paint and I started painting it with a brush, just a brush, just brushed it on. You can hear the metal. So I'll go ahead and paint this back side because this just gives me another surface to work with. And if you want to practice your distressing, you can certainly do it on the back. Because I know I distressed that front one way more than I did my mom's. My mom's, I just did a few little spots around the outer part and I kind of left it. And it probably looked a little bit more like farmhouse enamelware. But it's hard to believe that you can achieve this look with a pizza pan. I think it's pretty shocking. And cheap. So I like that. I like that it's cheap. So we'll blow dry this and let this dry. This is the back side. Yes, you should take the pizza off of the pizza pan first, William. I would highly recommend it. Whoa, I'm getting paint all over that brush. Okay, so this is just acrylic white paint, you guys. Just acrylic white paint. And this is just a $5 pizza pan that I got at the Dollar General here in our town. You can hear the metal. Nothing fancy here. And I'm just doing the back side of it now because I can, if I'm gonna seal it, I want to be able to seal the whole thing. I'm gonna seal it with a Mod Podge after I get my distressing done. But this way I have two sides that I can make a door hanger out of. There probably are dollar pizza pans. We don't have a Dollar Tree real close to us, so I'm sure that you can find them at garage sales, at thrift stores, probably at your Dollar Tree. I know that they have them at our Dollar Tree, but we have ours. The closest Dollar Tree to us is about 30 minutes away. And you guys can see there's no rhyme or reason. I'm just getting this thing covered is really my goal, is to get the surface covered. There's nothing here I'm doing neat about it. The blow dryer definitely helps. This one is a little bit curved. It's a little bit of a curved surface, so I don't know what the ones at the Dollar Tree are like, but this one has a little bit of a curve to it. So that probably is your personal preference if you want it to have a curve to it or not. I personally don't mind it. I'll hit this again with the blow dryer. Teresa, I think you're right. It does kind of look like birchwood. I'm just layering this, you guys. I'm just adding layers of paint to it and drying it is all that I'm doing right now. So I'm just making sure that I get the paint coverage I want, and I'm just adding white paint, and then I'm just drying it with my blow dryer. It's a pretty cheap way to make a round sign, if you ask me. And it's a pretty decent background for a surface. I think it's a good size. I like the size of this pan. I think it's a 16-inch one. I am making a round door hanger out of a pizza pan. That is what we're doing. So I'm showing you how to cover it and how to paint a pizza pan so that you can make your own pizza pan door hanger if you would like to. And you don't have to distress it like I did on the other side. I'm going to show you on this side how you can just simply distress it. So we'll call that probably good. I'll call that my last coat. But you can do as many coats as you would like. Okay, so now I'm gonna take my black paint, and on this one, I'm just gonna go around the outside, and that's all I'm gonna do to this part. You guys, I'm working on a Dollar General pizza pan, and I'm just going around the outsides, and I'm gonna I'm not gonna distress this side like the other one. I'm simply just going around the edges of this one. And I'm just using a little brush and a little bit of black paint. And that's all I'm gonna do, and a little bit of my finger. And I'm just adding little marks to the outside of it. I'll show you in just a second. But I'm not gonna go all the way in. On the other side, I went all the way in. But on this one, I'm just gonna go here and around the edges a little bit, just to give it a little bit of a distressing look. And I'm gonna kind of blend it a little bit here and there with my fingers. I know it's hard to see. Let me move my camera over the other way a little bit. There we go. You guys see that? And I'm just doing that around my edges. Just adding some black chunks of paint here and there. And I'm just softening them a little bit with my finger. You don't have to, but you sure can. See that? I'm just making those marks. Just little marks around those edges. And I can take my finger and kind of smear them or smudge them if I want to. Good thing I have an apron on today. See? So I'm just showing you how to make an older looking piece from a paint pan, and you can make a door hanger out of this if you want to, if you choose. And I'm just making little black marks around those edges. That's all I'm doing. See it? And like I said, you guys can come in here and make them however far down you want to, wherever you decide that you want to add them. This is the back side of my pizza pan. Keep that in mind. So I'm just adding little chipped out pieces, hopefully, that kind of look like that when I get done. See? Oh, you said my video is freezing up like crazy. I think actually somebody was just trying to call my phone. So that could be why. I think I had a call coming through. So maybe it will stop. Sorry about that. See there? Okay. Yeah, I think I had a call coming through. I think my phone was ringing, and I think I saw maybe I have a voicemail. So that's probably what the loss of stuff might have been just now, I'm assuming. Okay, you can probably see it better whenever I lay it down. Imagine that. And I'm just gonna add a few little things where I think I want them, and I'm just gonna leave it because I think I like it. So this is the back side, you guys, and I just added some little chunks here and there. Just like that. And that's how I distressed it. And this is the back side, right? And yeah, it could be a huge snowman face. You can do this any color you want to. Here's the other side that we did earlier. And you can see I did the entire thing. I did the whole thing on this side. So it does kind of look birch-like, right? So if I wanted to, I could just take this and I can just go in here and I can just I can paint over this even, and I can soften this even a lot more. Don't freak out. But I've got white paint on here. And I'm just slapping the white paint right back around this. And I'm gonna just soften it a little bit. Look. It didn't do a lot to it, but it just made it a little bit more softer. No, Connie says no. Connie, it didn't do anything to it. It didn't do anything bad. See there? We're good. So this is with those distressing marks all the way around, all the way into the middle, right? This is with the distressing marks around the outer part. You can see it. So you could do it either way. You can do it on either side, either way, and you can distress however you want to. So the trick is, like for me, I know that, so I'm using acrylic paints. And I'm using acrylic paints because that's what I have. I also am going to tell you, just like I said earlier today, you want to decide where your project is going to go based on, so you want to know what kind of paint you're going to use. If you're going to put this outside, I'm going to put some decoupage on it. I'm going to put Mod Podge on it, and I'm going to seal it with my Mod Podge. That's exactly what I'm going to do. If I can find a brush that I can use. I don't want to use a stencil brush, but I might have to. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to because I don't have any other big brushes. So I'm going to use a stencil brush. Don't tell Essential Stencil. And I'm going to use that, and I'm going to seal this. And I'm going to just take and seal it with Mod Podge because I really might leave this outside, like where it might get weathered. So I'm going to dump some Mod Podge on here, and this is matte, and I'm going to just smear it on here so that it will seal my paint up really, really well. And if you're not putting it outside, you don't have to do that. So it's totally up to you, but this will just add a layer of protection to this pan and the paint that I'm putting on it. And like I said, if you've got a porch that is protected, or you're going to put it outside where it's going to be protected and it's not going to get weathered, I would tell you it should be fine without sealing it. But Mod Podge is not going to hurt a thing. It's going to give it another barrier of protection, and that's what I'm putting on it right now. I'm using the matte Mod Podge, and certainly it will dry clear. So I'm not worried about the fading because it looks just fine. But I want to get those edges. And then I'll hit it with a dryer. Mod Podge is awesome stuff. And I like it for the fact that I can seal this with it. I know that some of you said something about using chalk paint and how it would cover better, and you're probably right. I would just be afraid, like if this is going outside, I would absolutely be afraid that the water might activate the chalk paint unless you sealed it. So that's something to consider if you are going to use chalk paint. Think about where your project is going to go. Sometimes certain chalk paints, I don't have a lot of experience with chalk paints. I know some of you do. And some of them seem to be activated by liquid or water. So I would double check that if you're gonna use chalk paint. Okay, so I've got that part sealed. I'm gonna flip it over and I'm gonna seal this back part. Whoa, that's a lot of Mod Podge. Oh my goodness. I dumped out a little too much Mod Podge. Goodness. Okay, so start smearing it in everywhere around those edges. And we'll get it on there so that it's gonna seal that in. I dumped out a little too much Mod Podge there, you guys. Don't quite need that much Mod Podge, I don't think. Oh my. You guys, I'm glad that you're joining me for my second live. I wanted to come on here and show you guys how to do a pizza pan, and absolutely you can do a door hanger with it in any color. It doesn't have to be white. I just wanted to show you how you can distress the white and you can make it look like chippy paint, kind of a chippy paint pan, or chippy painted enamel pan, I guess is the word. I'm just wiping up some of that crazy Mod Podge. Obviously this side's gonna be sealed really well. My goodness. Don't dump a whole bottle of your Mod Podge on there, guys. Holy cow. I totally did not mean to do that. Obviously. Like I said, I guess this side's gonna get sealed really well. Again, this is a metal pizza pan from our local Dollar General, and I'm turning it into a round door hanger. This I will not want to leave in my brush because I don't want it to harden. How did I finish my mom's? I'll show you. I actually used some of this, and I used it as a banner so that I could actually unglue it if I ever wanted to. But I'll show you. Oops. I just got junk all over it. fuzzy stuff on it. And then I just wiped it and messed it up. So this side's gonna be a little bit funky. Really old. Too much Mod Podge on here. Here's a tip. Don't dump your bottle of Mod Podge on there like I just did. Yeah, you guys, I totally dumped way too much Mod Podge on here. So, this I might just have to end up redoing. Not quite sure. I'm gonna just leave it and I'm gonna see what happens to it. But I got way too much Mod Podge on it. That I do know. So I may just let it dry and we're gonna see what'll happen to it. I'm gonna just set it down, and if I have to redo that back side, I will. So I'm gonna work on this side right now. And this is what I did with my mom's. But there's so many ideas that you can do with this. And you just have to think about, like I said, where is it gonna go? If it's gonna go outside, you wanna protect it, you wanna seal it. This is how I did my mom's. I did this, I had a piece like this, which is like burlap. It's like a blue burlap. And I stenciled it. So let me just grab a stencil. Let me see how long I need it to be. And then I grabbed some white and I stenciled. You could totally do this and add a banner and then you hot glue it across it, right? Or I'm considering, I've got so many stencils. That's the hard part. Like Love Grows Here would be really cute to do, which if my back of mine dries, I could do it on the back. This set is really cute. Spring is in the Air would be really cute in a color, like a bright teal or something. But I've got Love Grows Here. And I could do that on there. But I think I'm going to show you guys how to do the banner. And I'm going to grab, let me find a stencil. I think I'll grab Gather. No, I won't grab Gather because it doesn't quite fit. Maybe Farmhouse. Farmhouse will fit. And I lost my, I don't know, I was looking for my welcome. I should have welcome. This one's a little big, but boy, this would look really good just stenciled on it. See this one? It's so good to be home. So I'll show you two different options. Like, I'll show you how to do the farmhouse. How cute that would look. I'm just gonna lay this out, and this is just a piece of turquoise burlap. And I'm gonna get white paint. This is how I did my mom's. I'm just working on top of a piece of craft paper for the background. I'm gonna just lay this out, and I'll add the word farmhouse on this. I'm worried about that other side and how it's gonna dry. I don't know how it's gonna dry. So here I'm gonna just go ahead and add some paint into this burlap. For those of you wondering if you can stencil burlap, yes, you can. It does look like the center of a bale of hay. I can't say that. So I'm just pouncing over my burlap with a brush. I'm gonna stencil it. So you could do this in any color. Red would be really pretty on that white pan, on a red burlap. Thanks for being on and watching me do this, you guys. I went a little bit distressed crazy on that one, but at least it gives you the idea of how you can turn a pizza pan. Like I said, you don't have to use white. You can make that pizza pan. I actually have another idea for one. So one that I think I would absolutely love, and I may end up doing it on the back, or I may end up repainting this one. So I have another fun idea that I think would look super cute. Like you could stripe it. I think stripes would be super cute on a round. But this just kind of actually creates a banner, and you could make several of these little banners, and then you could just pop the hot glue off, or you could secure them another way other than hot glue. You could use some Velcro tabs and Velcro them on, so you could change them out seasonally. If that makes a difference to any of you. I'm using this little farmhouse guy right here. See how cute that is? So you can see that on the burlap. Very pretty. So I can take this and I could go right across this if I want to, or right in the middle of it. And I can just snip it and hot glue it right to those edges if I want to, and make a banner for it. And what I'll want to do first is position it and then hot glue it, and then I can snip it down where I want. So I find my scissors, and we'll cut that off so I don't have that in my way. I could put it down towards the bottom. So that's how that would look, right? So if you like the banner, this would be a burlap banner, or you could use any kind of banner burlap coloring that you want, right? So there's an idea there, right? So if I were going to do this and glue it on, I'll just show you. I would probably start over here at one side. I got my glue gun, and I'm just gonna run it right down here on my pan. You don't wanna touch it because it's gonna be hot. So if you have something laying around, like your scissors, you'll want to use your scissors to just kind of secure it so you're not touching it. And then I can pull it as tight as I want to and run it right across to that other side. And I'll just take my glue. I'll run some glue down the edge of that pan. And just kind of pull it and let my glue grab it. Use my scissors and kind of secure it. So I've got this cute little farmhouse sign on a pizza pan. And as far as the back goes, what you're gonna do here will determine what you do on the back, right? So you can always take and trim this off as close to your pan as you want to, as you can. And it's gonna just fray those edges and they'll just still look kind of cute, just sticking off of there like that. The other thing you can do is add some little cording or some kind of trim. I didn't get that glued down all the way up there, so I'm gonna go back and hot glue that. But I just literally just trimmed it off right after I glued it. I make sure that that gets glued down. Super, super cute, super easy, right? That's easy. Okay, so now the flip side, if I look at this on the flip side, which I know is super messy, but it's dried. It only looks like this because I have a lot of, what's it called on there? A lot of that decoupage because I accidentally dumped a ton of it on there. So don't do that. But I'm gonna just try to get this where I think it's kind of centered, so whenever I attach a hanger, all I have to do is flip them around. But on this one, I am going to stencil something fun and bright for spring, which is in this pack right here. So I think I'm gonna do the bicycle one. No, not those. Got all my stencils out. I gotta find the right one. Here it is, maybe. No, there it is. Spring is in the air. So maybe you have a farmhouse and maybe you have a spring one and you can stencil right on this. So let's just do spring is in the air. And you guys, I was using my, let's see. I think I'm gonna use this color, this bright green I used earlier today on my live. I just think it's kind of fun. I'm gonna do the purple and the green again today. I think it'll look cute. We're gonna see. I'm gonna lay it out and look. Spring colors. I think of coral, purple, green, pinks. I could use a pink. A pink and a green might look really cute. A pink bike. Hold on, let me grab some paint. See if I can find it. Well, see. I don't know yet. I'm gonna look at it. I think pink and green would look super cute. So I've got this really pretty cranberry color, so I might try cranberry. It's more of a pink. I think that would look really pretty. So we're gonna use those. So I'll put some paint out. I'm running out of space for paint, but I don't need very much for this. I think that the pink and the green, I think it'll look really cute. So we're gonna try it. And again, I'm just using this bluegrass green color is what it's called. And some bows on this would be absolutely adorable. And I'm running out of clean stencil brushes. I've got to clean brushes tonight before I get done here. Okay, so I'm just gonna go for it. I think I've got it where I want it. I think it's gonna look cute. We're just gonna stencil this guy. And I am stenciling right over that Mod Podge. If you, again, like I will probably put an extra layer of Mod Podge on this paint, maybe after I get done and it's good and dry. I could have, if I would have known what I was doing, I could have done it all and then Mod Podged it. So there's a couple different ways you can do it. You don't have to Mod Podge it. I just really wanted to make sure that the paint was gonna stick on my pan more than anything. Thanks for hopping on again this afternoon with me, you guys. I was anxious to show you this. I've had some people ask me about it. And you will have to stay tuned. If you caught my live the other day of me trying to do bleach on flannel and stencil, I will have to show you guys. I'm gonna go live as soon as it warms up. I'm gonna go live and I'm gonna do a little bit more with that. But I've gotta be somewhere where I can get messy with the bleach a little bit. And our back porch is really, really cold right now at the shop. So I'm gonna leave that and I'm gonna do my bicycle in this cranberry color. Hi, Lucy. I think this one's gonna be cute. I think it's gonna be nice and bright. So I show two different ways of how to do this project, you guys, and it's totally up to you. I'm not gonna split my tires up either. I'm just gonna do it all in pink. You could absolutely split this stencil up to have the black bike tires. You can always take the stencil off and go back over them with a small brush and do any detail work. Sometimes it's easier than trying to tape off. So you could absolutely take this stencil off after you stencil it and then go back in and fill in your tires and the parts of your bike with black and do any detail work afterwards if you want to, rather than trying to tape it all off. Sometimes that can get pretty tedious. But I do show you how on this to do a light distressing, and then on the other side, I went a little crazy with the distressing. So you can decide, but you can certainly use the technique to make something your own and decide if you like it. Okay, anyone want to come clean my brushes today? So look how cute that is. And then if you added a cute spring bow, super cute. So I can flip this around to be a spring door hanger on one side. And if I make my bows so that they match on both sides or kind of go together somewhat, or then I've got this side, that is the farmhouse side. And sorry guys, I think that they will look super cute once I add some bows to them. I think that's gonna make all the difference in the world because I have to get some more ribbon but you can see this one's got the banner, and then this one is the back side. And I just simply stenciled it in 2 colors. So you could add a fun bow, you know, a big chunky bow right up here, and that will just make it pop. And that's just one of those things that I actually went over this whole thing with Mod Podge. And I think you're right. Well, the Mod Podge that I dumped on this side kind of bubbled up all over it. So it did kind of give it more of a worn look, but the Mod Podge is an extra layer of protection, so you can Mod Podge it and make sure that it's gonna hold your paint on that paint pan. And Mod Podge is pretty bulletproof, you know? I mean, it's just one of those things that you can Mod Podge on something and feel pretty secure that it's gonna hold, it's not gonna move, it's not gonna go anywhere. So I will Mod Podge over this once it dries. And this is the other side that I did right here. And so this is the banner, and certainly you can hot glue it down more if you decide that it's permanent. You can run some hot glue anywhere around here that you want to, and you can make it more permanent. So, whoops. I know, Mod Podge is like the bomb. I like Mod Podge a lot. So I hope you guys like that. I hope that you enjoyed the little pizza pan, and I hope that it inspires you to try to do some different things. And I like the fact that I can hang this outside. Like I said, it will need a bow. I'm looking around at my ribbon and I don't even know what kind of bow I'm gonna make, but there will be some bows, you know, that get added to this for sure. And it'll just be cute. You could actually even, like what I think would be super cute on this one, I'll just go ahead and do it. I'll show you. I'll show you what will be really cute on this one. And I'm gonna go ahead and glue this down because this makes me like this idea even more. So I'm just running a bead of glue along the bottom of this, and I'm gonna take my scissors and I'm gonna glue it down and make sure it's secure. And let me show you something that will be so cute as a door hanger on this. Hold on, let me grab something. I'll be right back. So you could, if you choose to do this like the banner, right? And I just glued down that bottom part, you could actually tuck some flowers in here to hold, because now I've created this cute little holder right there. Isn't that cute? So cute. And I mean, if I wanted to, I could actually just make a little pocket right out of it. I could actually, if I knew that I wanted to leave this here, I've glued down the bottom, and I could just go ahead and glue right here across and just kind of make a little pocket for some flowers. Isn't that adorable? Which I think that would be the route to go. I think that if you're going to make it for flowers, you would want to kind of decide where you would want them to go, what flowers you're going to use. Like I've got these cute little baby's breath looking ones, and they could go in here too, like that. I really like the purple. So I could hot glue this down so that I knew that it was gonna hold whenever I hang it. Isn't that so cute? Oh, that's a great idea, Lucy. You could absolutely use it for a note holder. So I could put 2 little dots right up here. It looks like maybe of glue right above those last few letters, and I can tighten it down a little bit more. You can see, I'll show you. I know the flowers is a cute, really cute idea. So I'll just tighten it down a little bit more up here. And then I'm gonna do it the same over here on this side. And that allows me room to play around with some flowers if I decide I want to. Or like she said, Lucy, I think was your name that you said that? I forget, I think it was Lucy. But how cute would it be for somebody to leave something in the door, like of your home, like they could tuck stuff in here because you've glued down that bottom. Isn't that adorable? I love it. And like I said, you guys, you don't have to do all of this crazy distressing. I went maybe a little bit crazy on the distressing of this one, but I just made a cute little pocket for that lavender. How to hang this. So I will probably get everything made for it before I decide how to hang it. Like I will more than likely attach, I'll probably make a bow for it. And then wherever I decide to place my bow, I'll probably add a hanger. So you could add a metal hanger, or you could just add some, trying to think. You could hot glue, as long as you're using a high temp hot glue, you could hot glue some ribbon on here to hang it. I'm really not sure how I'm gonna hang this yet because I really want to make some bows, and usually behind my bows, I'm trying to think how I did my mom's. I think I hot glued some burlap for hers, just a little loop to hang it from. Or you could use, rope. I think you can hot glue a rope hanger on the back. Whether you want it seen or not seen is going to be, I think, the deal. So you're gonna have to decide. Like I said, if I were to make a bow for this, I would probably, on this one, I don't know, I'd probably offset my bow a little bit right here. So I'll make my bow first, and then, you could drill a hole through it, and then you could hang it too. So you could take a drill and you could drill right through it, or you could hang it with ribbon in two places. It just depends on where you're hanging it. I think of like an over the door hook has one hook. If you're hanging it like on a wreath hanger, then you would want one little thing right here to hang on there. So you could hot glue it, you could super glue it. But I do think that you want to finish it before you decide where your hanger is gonna go. That's usually what I do on, especially something I'm gonna hang. If I'm not sure if I'm doing the front and back, you really have to kind of think it through. So you wanna think about, maybe you make a bow that you can, swap out of both of them. So maybe you make a bow and you do a little bit of Velcro up here on both sides. So then whenever you flip it, your bow flips also. So you can do a detachable bow. And this is lightweight. This is a pizza pan. And this is the back. And you can see I did light distressing around those edges there just to make it look a little bit more old. But it's just a brand new pizza pan. And so whenever you flip it around, you just pop those flowers out and you hang it up for spring. Ooh, a leather strap would be gorgeous. You're right about that. And so if you decide that those flowers you want are permanent there, then you can just go ahead and hot glue those too if you like them there. But they are interchangeable, so you could change them out. I just made a little pocket by hot gluing that banner on. So hopefully you guys love this project. And I anticipate seeing some pictures with you guys creating stuff like this. It's a very simple and cheap project. It's a fun way to make something cute for your door and easy to change out. Like I said, I mean, you could make several of these banners and you could pop them off and on if you want to, just with some hot glue, or you could even get creative and use the Velcro dots so it's more reversible or more interchangeable. So that's an idea too, because Velcro has little tabs and you can get make little Velcro tabs, so you could peel this right off and put another one on. So that's about it. That's what I got for you. I hope you guys like that project. Just play around with it, but I knew, I'm like, ooh, yeah, the lavender would be amazing in there. So I like the flower idea. And you know, if you want to just buy one pan and you want to create banners out of burlap or fabric, you could even do fabric. So it's a reversible little guy. Everything I do is pretty much reversible, you guys. So I think this would look super cute with like pink and green polka dots and stuff, some fun, bright bows. So I'm gonna try to put together some bows for both sides and see what I come up with. But thank you, Sue. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I have, you know what, I have other things that I haven't tried this technique with. This one I did seal with Mod Podge. It just makes me feel a little bit better about the paint maybe not coming off of that pizza pan, especially if you're gonna put it out in the elements anywhere or anything like that. So I would definitely suggest or recommend sealing it with some Mod Podge. So if you have some. If not, there's probably other sealers that you can use too. But that's just acrylic paint. So that's all I got for you guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being on with me again for the second time today. I appreciate you being on here. And I hope you learned something. I hope that you get to make something like that for yourself. And if you need any stencils, don't forget that if you're ordering, you can always use my code MRS2019 and you can save 10% on that anytime. It doesn't have to just be today. So if you're ordering stencils, don't ever order at full price. Always make sure you use a code and save a little bit of money. So it just means you can order more stencils. That's how I say it. You guys, thanks for joining me. Thanks for following our page. I do plan to do more lives on our page showing some more of the type of prep and backgrounds and how I do certain things for the lives over on the stencil page. So if you want to see more of that prep work and the trials and errors sometimes step by step before I go live over there, if it's not something new, then I'm going to be showing that more and more here. So Tuesdays will be my day here on Miller's Rustic Sawmill, and I appreciate you being on. I'm going to try to keep warm. It's freezing cold. I hate winter. But I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and I will see you soon. Thanks for watching.